May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Kirk. So today's video is titled "You Can Secure Your Future Without College." Wow. So without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, so I actually got your book.
Oh yeah.
It's this one, and I was actually reading it. This is probably the first book I actually enjoyed. I do disagree with you on one issue though, like...
First of all, thank you for actually reading the book.
Oh, okay, gotcha, yeah, like, I hate books.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically I read the book, and it was like, you were talking about how college is a complete waste of time. And I would slightly disagree with you because half of the jobs I'm applying to require a degree. So what would you say to that?
That's a good argument. Yeah, that's the best argument for why to go to college, is to get the piece of paper so you can get the credentials so you can maybe get the job.
So it isn't a scam?
I'm sorry?
It's not a scam?
Well, as you well know in the book, I detail that half the jobs don't require a college degree. Okay. So it's a 50% chance. You also are filled with really bad ideas, and that not even every kid that goes to college will graduate. So it all depends. But I think that if you look at the amount of money that you have to spend to go, the amount of time you spend here, and the ideas you have to endure, I do believe it is a scam.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, yeah.
And thank you for reading it. Want me to sign it for you?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
All right, thank you, man. How you doing?
Hey, Charlie. Is this too loud?
No, it's actually perfect.
My name's Kevin.
We got the apparatchiks over there, so yeah.
Gotcha. How are you feeling tonight? Or today? Yeah.
I feel great.
All right. I just want to talk to you about that book. It was a good segue.
Oh, did you read it?
No.
Okay.
But I want your thoughts, like
Okay.
just face to face. Why do you think college is a scam?
Okay. So, half of this audience, if you get a job, will get a job that doesn't require a college degree. 41% of kids that enter college will not graduate. And the vast majority of kids, 60 to 70% that go to college, I believe study things that are completely worthless, meaningless, and don't enrich society at all.
But is that the fault of the student or the college? Because I looked in the stats for this. It's usually because they either don't have the finances to support themselves going to college, they have mental health problems that lead them to dropping out, or stress, or their family's not supporting them. So is that the fault of college that they pick bad degrees? Is that the fault of the college that they can't support themselves, right? It's like getting a gym membership and then saying, well, you know, I don't want to actually go work out. It's the fault of the gym.
So, a good question. So first, the 41% of kids that drop out, the federal government will fully underwrite any four-year college through FAFSA. You know that, through a student loan. Meaning, so if anyone has financial difficulty, that's not really a thing. The federal government will fully grant you your loan to any four-year university, right? So you might not want to take on that student loan burden. You might not want to take that on, but that's number one. Number two, I can't speak to the mental health issues. I doubt that 41% of the kids that graduate in that number all have mental health issues, but maybe that's the case. I'm not sure. I don't know that number. But let's talk about the institution itself. So everyone in the audience here, how many of you have had to take classes that are a waste of time that you wish you didn't have to take, that are a waste of money, and that every single hand goes up? Look around, look around, look around, no, look around. They're scamming every kid in this audience. They are forcing them to take classes that make them poorer, that take up their time in order to get the credential. That is an institutional scam. And by the way, every other part of life is all about your own customization. Your Netflix account, how you get your burrito bowl, from how you dress, your Amazon cart is you are in charge. But you come to college and they say you must go take these 3, 4, 5 classes that are very expensive, especially for you out-of-state students, to go further into debt, study things that don't matter, to find jobs that don't exist. That sounds like a scam.
At least in my personal experience, right? Like maybe some colleges, they're all like NAMBY and gender studies, right? They might all be that. But I would say...
What are you studying?
I'm studying economics.
Great, okay.
And what I would say is that I have a great levity and choices of classes I want to take. Even if, like, there's a bunch of general education classes, I have a great flexibility in the class I want to take. It's up to the student if they want to take meaningless classes given their credit limit.
Okay, but I mean, I would just speculate that this school still has specific criteria of classes, right? Am I correct? Yeah, you have to take a diversity class. That sounds like a scam.
Well,
they are robbing you to take a diversity class.
It's actually not what you typically think. I mean,
I'm taking. Is it true? Do you guys have to take a diversity class?
No. This is true. This is true.
All right, so that's a scam. Like, let's be clear. Diversity class scam.
Can you define what a scam is?
When you are getting ripped off of with your money, your time, your resources, either beyond what is a market rate or against your will. So I'll give you an example. If you guys want to fly to New York and Spirit Airlines says we're going to charge you $2,500 for a one-way ticket, I think we'd all could agree flying Spirit Airlines for $2,500 is a scam. Like, you know it when you see it.
I mean, it depends on how you view the worth of college. Like, the Federal Reserve for San Francisco released a newsletter discussing the actual finances behind is college actually worth it, and they found that by age 40, you recoup the average student recoups all their costs
If they graduate.
if they graduate, and even accounting for that, other economists also state.
No, so that's an important study. If you take out the top 10%, that's not the case. So
Top 10% of what?
Top 10% of graduates and income earners. So the top 10% end up flourishing with a college degree. The other 90% do not. Do you know that there are 11 million job openings in this country that pay $75,000 a year, that require 6 weeks of training, that require muscular labor or using your hands? 11 million job openings. Now, a lot of you guys are in college because you've been pushed into college saying that you must get the piece of paper, when there are good paying jobs, 11 million of them, but either your society, your parents, or your own choices are, no, I want to go to college, I want to go after that piece of paper. My contention is that there are way better options out there for a lot of students. Not every student, but a lot of other students.
Charlie, I think a part of your core rhetoric, there's actually some real truth there that, like, I think there's people who are getting really just pressure to go to college even if they make poor choices. I'm just saying that even while you're in college, you can make better choices to make yourself a better candidate.
I totally agree. Do you think most people do?
I know some that are making great choices.
Okay.
I know some that are making terrible choices.
So let's think about this. Why do you think, let's just say most make terrible choices? Would you say that's the case?
I'll give you 40 to 60.
Why do you think that is? Maybe because the institution incentivizes bad choices. It's easy to coast and still graduate. It's easy just to check the boxes, right? It's not an institution designed around excellence. It's around, let's get you through the mill as quickly as possible, get the piece of paper, pay your bill. Thank you very much.
But do you think that the culture around students going to college could change instead, around their decision making?
I think we need way less kids going to college. The institution itself is so broken, let's be clear. Forced diversity classes, DEI, all that stuff, it's nonsense. If it was really, college really should be closer to what Hillsdale College is, which is about wisdom, beauty, truth, goodness, not just about job preparedness. But we've lost that completely. If it's about doctors, lawyers, engineers, and the skills, of course. But you know that. It's way beyond that. I mean, people going to, not to pick on you, but you're studying economics. That's terrific. That's a good reason to go to college. It's not the best reason, I'll be honest, but it's a good reason, right? I mean, economics is a serious discipline. It's a real science. You know, we need people really rigorously studying that. So.
Okay,
we just have a difference of opinion.
I just want to ask you a question.
Sure.
So what would you do, like, if you're a policymaker?
I would defund all the colleges in the country. Make them stand on their own 2 feet. With either tuition or donor money. Taxpayers should not be subsidizing higher education, period. Survive on your own.
All right.
You said survive on your own. I think I love this. I love this because, Charlie have been preaching, college is a scam. And I feel like it's a 50-50 thing, If you are entering college, the probability of you coming out making use of the certificate is 50-50, especially when you are in Africa. But I don't know outside, the shell of Africa. Well, let me just not generalize maybe all Africa, let's say West Africa. So I feel it's a 50-50 thing, You can, enter college, graduate. You can decide to start and don't finish because maybe of, I don't know, the reason best known to you. But not everyone finish and get their dream job. And sometimes I think what Charlie is saying is if you are going to college, go there with a good profession. Don't just go there with the mindset of just studying communication, economics, accounting is still fair, because you will come out and you look like you find it difficult to get a job because a whole lot of people that are studying that profession you're studying, they are so plenty. The number of people studying medicine, there are very few compared to the number of people studying economics. Economics, if you go to economics class, there are so plenty. I'm saying this because of, where in Africa, like the number of people going for medicine, they are not plenty compared to, economics. And the funny thing is, they are not going to admit more people studying medicine. They are going to admit more people studying economics because they know that it's not something difficult to teach. But medicine, they need few people so that, when you go out to the labor market, you can get something for yourself. So they screen you, they give you different exam that will discredit you from studying it, or that will even, demotivate you. Well, but when it comes to course like economics and communication, this, like, you see a whole lot of people, like, in their numbers studying those professions. And at the end of the day, when you're done with school, you find it difficult to get something to do because, the work market is choke. People that finished like 3 to 4 years ago, they've not gotten anything. And we have, like, let's say 4 million people in school still studying that profession that you will still finish and you have nothing to do. So when Charlie said college is a scam, I agree with him. But the part I find it difficult to agree with him was when he said things like borrowed courses. You see, you go to school and they give you some courses you don't need, or you might not even use. But I just feel like they're trying to, make you experience in those fields. Because I think while I was in school studying accounting, we were able to study entrepreneurship. That is a borrowed course, okay? But I feel it's cool because, it will help you when you finish school and let's say you find it difficult to get a job. You can decide to invest in yourself, look for something that you can do, that you have the experience, like, kind of, because you have been taught in school. Even if it's a broad course, at least it prepares you just in case. And so many other courses that were actually borrowed, just like well, some of the information that you guys might not know, but they are just broad courses. But at least it's something to just open your mind to that field, okay? Just in case, you never can tell what the future holds for you. But this is a beautiful one. I enjoyed their dialogue. I enjoyed the fact that the guy came out prepared. He came with sensible questions. And this is the kind of dialogue I enjoy watching, when someone comes with tangible question, bring it to Charlie and Charlie is able to, accept or dispute. I love this and I want to see more videos from Charlie. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. It is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and remember bless.